Hey everybody, Pinstripe here. What is going on? Welcome back to some more Hogs of War. We've got some gameplay on in the background while we talk about a few things and remove the mask. What's up, guys? It always comes across as super cheesy, but I wanted to discuss kind of some deeper things in this commentary today that of course aren't really related to Hogs, but just to keep you entertained, you know, the gameplay's there. And what do I mean by taking off the mask? Well, I find that whenever you meet people in public or you have that online persona, when you look at the name Pinstripe, that is the thing that summarizes me. But Pinstripe, to me, is in part a performance, because regardless of whatever content you're making, whether it be video content, whether it be Instagram content, you know, just something to keep people engaged in watching and listening to what you're saying, there is a significant portion of that that is a performance, and that's what I do within my videos, and it can just be a simple thing like changing the tone of my voice. Like even now, knowing that I am trying to take off this sort of performance mask and show you underneath it, I guess the depression video that I made last year or whenever it was, that was a glimpse at my true self, because, you know, that was me at my lowest point, and it kind of revealed that side of me that I don't like to show online, I suppose, because with that element of performance, you also hide the parts that you don't want to show to people, you know, and I find a lot of the time that I'll have this realization that I am still wearing this mask, whether I'll be with friends or that there'll just come a certain point in the day when I take the mask off and I'm like, wow, that was a lot of energy spent, because it's always about energy. Anything that you do in life, energy is spent, whether that be moving, whether that be talking, whether that be performing a certain action. Everything and anything requires energy from you. So to me, taking that mask off is showing that you have no energy. Not that you don't necessarily care, but just that, you know, this is me at my most raw, I guess, right? So I guess you have to kind of ask yourself, in a way, you know, when do you take your mask off? At what point in your day does that mask come off? Or do you not wear a mask at all? I'm very much the kind of person that I suppose is a people pleaser, right? I want people to be happy, and sometimes I put that ahead of myself in a lot of ways. I very rarely think about myself, and it's only in those quiet moments where I'm by myself that I'm then like, right, so I can actually just take this mask off and be myself. And it was a few months ago or last year. I don't really know when this video is going to come out, but there was a point when I met up with some of the UK Hogs guys, and we'd been together for maybe 2 days or so, and it was the evening, I think it was the last night that we were together, and I was like I'm just gonna be the real me, right? And it can be something as simple as a facial expression, and kind of keeping up that appearance of everything's fine and dandy when really it's not. And I guess it comes down to you as a person as to whether or not you want to let certain people into that side of yourself and actually showing that side of yourself. And I do feel as though I've opened up to a lot more people, both in my personal life and within the community as well, to just show that raw sense of self, you know? I guess one of the byproducts, positive byproducts I should say, of depression for me has been the reevaluation of life as a whole. So we have the kind of internal aspects of my relationship with specific people, my relationship with food, my own general well-being, and then the wider, sort of grander look at the world as a whole. The Hindus call it Maya, which is that sort of world illusion, whereby you look at every aspect of life and the worries that people have, mainly to do with money, mainly to do with security, but you realize that so many aspects of life they're not real. They're made by us, especially as well if you want to go even deeper and you look at the concept of time. You know, time is a human construct. Clocks are a human construct. It's our way of measuring what we call time. But time doesn't exist. Anyway, we're going to get way too deep where we don't really need to. But my point is that depression and mental health and mental well-being has made me realize that there is so much in my life that I just don't care. Not to the point that, like, you know, I don't want people to be okay, but I don't care as in it just doesn't bother me. There are certain things in life now that just, they do not faze me at all, because it's like, well, what's the point of worrying? What's the point of being bothered by it? Especially when it's things that you have absolutely no control over. What is the point of getting upset by those things? And when you take a look at every landscape, whether it be financial, political, militaristic, you know, just all the conflicts and stuff that are going on in the world, and you realize just how pointless they all are, and it's exhausting. And I guess that just goes hand in hand with life, right? Everything in life is exhausting to a certain degree, but it's just how you deal with that internally and realize, you know, people can do what they want, people can post what they want, people can say what they want, but it's how you then filter out everything that can sort of benefit you in the long run, you know. I very, very rarely dip my toes into social media specifically. I'll be working during the day, of course, and I might take a slight break and just observe what's happening in the world, and then put my phone down and just be like, yeah, cool, that's enough for the day, that's enough internet for the day, you know, because when you are self-aware and you already know and can acknowledge that you're spending 90% of your day online anyway, like considering that majority of my creative hobbies require my computer, require me to be at my desk where I'm sitting anyway to do game development work as my day-to-day job, yeah, filtering out all that nonsense is a massive requirement. And it's been that realization as time has gone on that just how pointless social media is, or at least certain aspects of it, you know, when it comes to, I guess, showcasing a product or a game or something that will benefit like a wider audience, you know, like that makes sense to me. But on an individual level, where you're posting 10 to 15 pictures of yourself that are virtually all the same but maybe with different filters, it's like, what's the point? Even the likes of Twitter now, which I do use to just waffle about whatever it is I'm doing, I'm writing a tweet, but I'm just like, who cares? You know, just who really cares? And I guess it comes with age as well. You know, when you're much younger, when we look back maybe 15 years or so, there was that point when obviously the likes of Facebook and social media were relevant. You know, they were new, they were fresh. There was a way to connect with people when the internet was in its early phases. But now everything is so oversaturated and there's content everywhere. You're constantly rammed with information, and it all relates back to that idea of having a mask and a performance and being able to take that off and just be yourself again. So I just wanted to dive into that. I know we've been rambling for a little bit now, so we'll probably call it quits on this video, but I should also stress too that when I put on that performance mask, I am still me. It is a part of me, and I do enjoy doing that. I'm not saying in this video, and just to clarify, you know, I'm not saying that I want to be taking that mask off all the time, but I think just being able to acknowledge that there is one in the first place is a good starting point. So let me know your thoughts on everything in the comments below. There'll be a much more energetic pin in the next video, I promise. But if you did like this video, then do let me know, because I'm sure we can do more of it. And I guess as well, part of being online and having an online persona in a way is as time progresses, you slowly, I guess, let more and more people in, let your audience in a little bit more to those sides of you that they wouldn't normally see. So I guess, yeah, you're seeing a slightly kind of under the hood view of me. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Slam.
When I hit you up, I'm talking about banging something. Chill off in your crib and have a thing, probably make us thing or something. Girl, you like my bottom bitch. Post my bill, pay for my lawyer. Play your position when the mother hoes get out of order. When you wanna give me that pussy, you purchase a plane ticket. Run around town when I bust the down in my shit like them names did it. Got a dick grip, my ex mirror lipstick. Basically, if this bitch stay with me, she paying me. I'm on some pimp shit for real.